I take this opportunity to welcome you back to this channel. If you are a new subscriber, welcome on board. I noticed that the subscription rates of late have really been rising, and I thank God for that because I recognize that is a favor. I also thank you because without your support I'll not even be sitting here right now recording this session. So from the title you know already what I want to talk about. If you are Kenyan, right now you realize that the situation is getting thicker and thicker in our country. I don't know about other areas, but in our country, I can tell you for free that things are not easy. And I know that some people, like recently I had people saying, oh, if you do not have money, just say you do not have money. Don't talk on behalf of other people. But I think you'll all agree with me that the situation is not easy. Anyway, I'm not here to rant about the economic situation in my country. I just want to talk about, if you're a small retailer like myself, how do you survive such tough times? And that is the topic of discussion today. I just want to highlight the main points, especially some of the things that I'm doing in my small retail shop so that I survive these times. I am going to stick right here and survive until the end of it. You know, this time reminds me of when we had COVID-19. Who knew COVID-19 will be a wave that will actually pass? Who knew? When people were dying, I'm sorry to say, it was such a difficult time. People were ailing, people were afraid. I equate such times with when we had COVID. And I know that even this season will come to pass. And what they say, it is common knowledge. There's this saying that says, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. So sit right here, take a seat and probably take a notebook so that you can highlight the main points that I am using that are making me keep afloat. And then maybe you can use them and they can work in your favor. So thank you so much for joining me, and stick right here until the end of this edition. If you've not subscribed, kindly, this is an opportune time for you to do so. Just tap on the subscribe button right there. And at the end of it all, if you think my content is worth your time and is valuable, I'll appreciate if you also give me a like. So that means you just tap on the like button, and that will take me a long way. So karibu sana, and thank you. Thank you. And so the first thing that I like to talk about is that try to stock less of items that do not move very fast, and try to stock more of what I would call stronghold items. You know, things that are fast moving in a small retail shop. Things like sweets, things like bar soap, things like what else? Eggs, yeah? Things like chewing gum. You know, such kind of things. Yeah? These ones are very common with children. So when you stock more of this, they keep moving. You register some sales in a day because somehow parents still want to please their children, even in, albeit in small ways, but they are still doing so. And it is manifesting itself through children buying such kind of things. Even lollipops like these ones. You know, these ones sell at 10 shillings each. Things like eggs. Somehow eggs are quite expensive right now. Like in my shop, we are selling them at 20 shillings each. Very expensive. But people are still buying them because what is cheap? Things like these ones. You know, this one moves faster because I've realized some of the people who use this are people addicted to things like Mira. So somehow addiction still has to be serviced despite times being difficult. So you just reason a bit outside the box and you keep stocking some of the things that you feel are moving in your shop. Things like these ones. Parents are somehow still buying such things for their children. So try to stock up on them because they are fast moving. And then depending on where you are, slow down on the other bulkier items like the cat was inside here, it's just living through the slot on the door. Anyway, bulkier items like water, for example. There's I think people are just toning down on things that are quite leisurely. Things like soda. You may want to go slow on such kind of items so that you don't let your money stay trapped in items that are not really moving. You'd rather sell something like sweets something like sweets, that you are sure whatever money you put inside will be back in maybe at most a week. That is good enough, instead of buying probably 5 liters of plastic water that will stay in your shop for the next 6 months, holds a lot of money for nothing. I know most people want to buy a lot of things in their shops because you are afraid, if you don't stock up, people will feel like your shop is collapsing. But there's still a way that you can buy small items in small quantities, or small sized items like these ones, and then you still are able to arrange them in your shop in a way that still looks like, things are really moving. Yeah, then don't shy away from explaining to the customers that, times are tough, but we are here to serve you. Just don't shy away from coming to our shop, because we are here to serve you. Yeah, we'll try as much as we can to keep the stock running. Yeah, so you encourage them, because they also know that times are not easy. There's no need to pretend, but you assure them that, basic things like soap, like some of those things I've mentioned, you will find them. So that is point number 1. My second idea on how you can survive such economic times, if you're a small retailer like myself, is that you stock on seasonal items. That is what I'm doing. I started about 2 weeks ago. What I decided to do is that I go for items that I feel like, right now we are heading towards the Xmas season. Number 2, children are at home. Schools are closed. That means you can stock on things like Crocs, because some of the Crocs, I'm imagining looking at what I have in my house. I have children, and I can see these Crocs usually do not last for so long, so they are easily replaceable. These are things you can stock in your shop. You just find different sizes, and nowadays they come in even fancy types. If you feel like your location favors such kind of things, you can try stocking up on them. Also, there is a lot of rain nowadays. Even this evening I was coming back from work and it was raining heavily. So you may want to stock on. Personally, I stock on things like gumboots. I just try to reason, if the weather stays like this for quite some time, people may need such kind of things. And then in terms of the season being towards the Xmas season, you can try stocking on things like balloons. You can try stocking on decorations for the houses. You just go slow on them. You try with maybe 2 or 3 pieces and you display them somewhere where they I almost call them patients. Hey. You display them somewhere where the incoming customers can easily spot them. So when they see them, who does not want to create an Xmas mood in their house? It may not be a huge Xmas tree, people may not want to spend so much, but you can find something, you can find these things that usually people use to decorate their houses during Christmas, and you put them there. The shiny, glittery things, maybe the lights that usually go on and off and are in different colors. Personally, I'm planning to stock such kind of things, and I'm hoping for the best. Yes. Allow me to let the cat out. It really wants to go outside. And so on to my point number 3 is that maybe you need to recheck your location. Recheck your location in terms of what kind of a location is it. Yeah, if it is a high-end location, a mid-end location, or a low-income earners location, then you need to stock accordingly. For example, if most of your customers are low-income earners, then you'll notice that most of the time they want things measured. They want to buy things that come in smaller measurements. Like, for example, sugar, you'll notice that they want it measured in the small bowls, or half a kg or a quarter kg. So stock accordingly. Don't insist on stocking prepackaged sugar for 1 kg, 2 kg, yet most of your customers are people who are interested in smaller packages. So try to balance them out. You can have a few of the prepackaged ones, and then a few of what you can actually measure according to what the customer wants. Yeah, so location recheck is important. Of course, when you started the business, you must have considered such kind of things. But then at this time, I feel like it is another juncture in your business where you need to recheck so that you adjust accordingly. And on to point number 4, I think this is the juncture where I talk about diversifying. You may want to diversify your business because now you're going slow. You know, you're going slow on stock. You are playing a bit, you know. Let me give you an example. During hot seasons, there are animals like frogs, which go into, what is it called? That act of going under. They sort of burrow themselves under the ground and then they stay there for the longest time possible until weather conditions are favorable for them. If animals can do that and their brain size is peanut size, then we as humans should do better. So instead of just complaining how tough times are in business right now, I think you can emulate the same example, you know. They hibernate. That is the word. Hey, they hibernate. So even us in business, I think we can actually hibernate. And by hibernating, you go low, but then you don't just stay there. You go low and then diversify. So about diversifying, this is the point where I'd like to encourage you to start a YouTube channel. Start a YouTube channel. And of course, by starting a YouTube channel does not mean that you'll start earning money immediately. Like for someone like myself, I've just been monetized the other day. I've been doing this for the past, I think, 7 months. And then on my 8th month, sometime in October, now I got monetized. Yeah, so it will require a lot of patience, but what is beautiful about YouTube is that you just showcase what you are doing. If you are in a cosmetic business, why not start a YouTube channel and then teach people how you do 1, 2, 3, just more or less the same things that I do here, as much as I also incorporate with other forms of content. But I feel like this is something anyone can do. Even if you're busy, it is as in whatever form of hustle. I think like you can actually diversify into YouTube. Yeah, so just a bit of consistency and originality, you know, find something that you love doing or something that you'll be able to deliver even when times are hard. You realize like right now it is past 8 p.m. at night. I know some people are even asleep. But now I have to sacrifice time because of this YouTube channel so that I create content at odd hours. I was at work during the day. Now most of the time I have to create content at night. And then for the other types of content where you see me interviewing different people in their businesses or in their hustles or in their life journeys, then I have to plan. For example, I have to take leave off work, off my official work, so that I go visit such kind of people. Or sometimes if there are public holidays, I maximize on that. And then sometimes, most of the times I do create content over the weekend. So by saying you need to diversify, it does not mean that it is a walk in the park. Of course, it will need a lot of consistency and sacrifice, some of which I've not even been able to achieve myself. But you know, it is a learning process. Don't be afraid to start something because you feel or you've heard people say, you know, it is difficult. You just commit to it. And then, as I've said, the beautiful part about it is that you just showcase what you already have at hand. You do not have to struggle to find content from I don't know where. Then you just need your phone. You just need your phone. I've seen other people having 2 or 3 phones which they use at different times, and it is working. It works well. You do not have to have a camera beforehand. I've also had a few of my friends and colleagues ask me, you know, what can I do? And I encourage them. Like, this one is for you. If you're one of those people who's been asking me what I can do on the side, just be confident and start a YouTube channel. I'm almost talking in Kiswahili now because it is something that I'm passionate about. Something else about you diversifying into the YouTube channel is that it builds confidence. Many people look at me and wonder, Cynthia, you are able to run a YouTube channel. Because most people knew me as an introvert. Most people knew me as someone who cannot even express myself. And here I am sitting and releasing editions after editions on YouTube. So don't undermine yourself. you can just gather courage and start. Just start from where you are with exactly what you have in your hands. If it is a phone, if it is hustle, like you are good at doing makeup, if you feel like your strength is, or whatever it is that you feel comfortable to release to the world, because there also has to be limits. Depending on how comfortable you are, then you can consider diversifying into YouTube. I feel like it is also a good way to earn income passively. Yeah, so as much as you have to inject most of your time, but then sometimes when you are sleeping, you wake up in the morning and you find the viewership has increased, the subscription levels are going higher, and I think that is just something very beautiful that you may want to consider investing in, especially now when things are thick and options are not many. Because if you look at YouTube, you don't even need a tangible capital. It is one business that you just wake up in the morning and use your camera phone and just start. Yeah, so I hope that is encouragement enough. From my side, that is what I'm doing right now. Oh, in terms of diversifying also, I was forgetting. This is the time you may want to go Mali Mali. Personally, I'm going Mali Mali. I'm doing, if you see, you've seen the kind of gumboots and tuk-tuks I've shown you. This is going Mali Mali in short. So putting all and sundry, you twist your shop so that it is not very formal. It is not looking like a hybrid chicken. It actually goes kienyeji. So everything and everything, small and little, is there. So that when anyone comes and they are saying, I need a bucket, you can give them. You can serve them, because there is no chance to be in leisure right now. Things are thick. Yeah. I think I've exhausted the points there. At least those are the things that I use in my shop. So as usual, I encourage you to share your experiences or your thoughts or whatever it is that you are doing to survive such times in the comment section below. And before I finish this edition, please, I have another YouTube channel that is basically music. Yeah, I've loved music for a long time, and I've decided to start a YouTube channel where I can actually sing to God and encourage people through the kind of music that I put there. So I encourage you to go there. It goes by my name Cynthia Aton Music Official. If you search on YouTube, you'll find it. Then I encourage you to listen to the songs that are in there. If you like them, if you find them encouraging, please consider subscribing that channel also and liking the songs. So we are on earth for a short duration of time, and that is my feeling. So if you can do anything, then do it right now. There's no time. There's no time. If you feel like you can do anything, I encourage you to start right away. So in that spirit, I want to end this video. I hope it has been valuable to you. If so, give me a thumbs up. Share with your friends so that more people can discover this channel and subscribe to it. And as usual, I thank you very much. I wish you well in all your endeavors. Until the next edition, you know how we do it. It is bye for now. Yeah.